Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. Here we are going to discuss on business ownership. So we are going to discuss business ownership. So in our country we can find every kind of organizations like small scale businesses, large scale businesses, industrial or trading concerns, privately owned or government owned companies. So they all affect our daily economic life, and we can say that that is why these are becoming a essential part of our economy. So as the Indian economy consists of both privately owned and government enterprises, it is called as mixed economy. So the economy of India is classified mainly into two sectors. That is, first one it is private sector enterprises, private sector enterprises, and the second one it is public sector enterprises. So what is private sector enterprises and what is the features of public sector enterprises that can be discussed now? That is, those enterprises which are owned or managed by individuals or group of individuals is called private sector enterprises. Individuals or group of individuals is called private sector enterprises. What about public sector enterprises? Here the ownership and management is in the hands of either central government or state government or or by both. And about the objectives, private sector enterprise is mainly aimed at acquiring maximum profit. So the main objective is to earn profit in case of private sector enterprises. What about the public sector enterprises? The main objective of public sector enterprise is that public welfare, not profit. Okay, public welfare is the main objective of public sector enterprises. So about speaking about the business ownership forms, we can mainly divide the Indian economy into mainly two sectors, that is private sector enterprises and the public sector enterprises. And about the difference between this private sector and public sector is that private sector enterprises are owned and managed by individuals or group of individuals. That is, private parties are managing and owning such kind of business. Whereas public sector enterprise is owned or managed by central government, either by central government or by state government or by both governments. Then the main objective of private sector enterprise is that to earn profit, whereas a public sector enterprise is aiming to attain the public welfare. So about the examples, we can look into the examples. For example, we know the Reliance Industries Limited, like Wipro Limited, etc. comes under private sector enterprises. And we can say Air India, Indian Railways, that all comes under the broad classification of public sector enterprises. Now we can discuss about the forms of organizing public sector enterprises. That is, the different kinds of public sector enterprises. In other words, we can say the ways in which the public sector enterprises are organized. That can be mainly divided into three. That is, the different forms of the public sector enterprises mainly consist of. First one, it is departmental undertaking, and the second one, public or statutory corporation, and the third one, it is government company. These all are the three different forms of organizing public sector enterprises, and we can discuss individually. First one, it is departmental undertaking. Departmental undertaking is the oldest and traditional form of organizing public sector enterprises. Then it can be run by either central government or by state government, and it is always managed by government officials, and the rules of central or state governments are applicable for departmental undertakings. The main features of departmental undertaking mainly consist of they are formed under special act of parliament. Departmental undertaking always formed under the special act of parliament, and they are of major subdivisions of government department, so that they are not separate entity. There is no separate entity for this kind of departmental undertaking. They are just a department of government. And the staff of departmental undertakings are always called government servants, and they are headed by civil servants and Indian administrative service officers. Then they are recruited and compensated as per the rules of civil servants and are transferable from one ministry to another. Then they are subject to accounting and audit controls applicable to all other government activities, because this is also somewhat same as the government activity. So it is also subject to audit and control regulations. Then their management is directly under the concerned ministry. These departmental undertakings are falls under the concerned ministry. So they are directly managed by the particular ministry. Then about the public sector enterprises, which can be divided into public or statutory corporation. So these public or statutory corporation also formed by the special act of parliament. Okay, this is also formed under the special act of parliament. But the difference between a public corporation and a departmental undertaking is that this is more enjoying more flexibility in its operations. That is, it is created as a corporate body, whereas a departmental undertaking is not having separate legal existence. Here it is constituted, public or statutory corporation is constituted as a corporate body, therefore it has more flexibility in its operations. Then this is constituted as a corporate body created by the legislature with a defined powers, function, and is financially independent with a clear control over a specified area. Then it has the power of government as well as considerable amount of operational flexibility like private enterprises. For example, we can say this public or statutory corporation includes State Bank of India, SBI, then LIC. This all comes under the category of statutory or public corporation. Then main features of public or statutory corporation is that they are formed by, I already told, special act of parliament. They are formed under special act of parliament. Then they are directly under the control of state government. They can sue and be sued, enter into contracts and purchase or sell property in their own name. And they are independently financed. This public or corporation is not financed by government, therefore independently financed, and therefore they are not subject to accounting and auditing control of the government. Then they are they are free from government accounting and audit control, and these the employees of such enterprises are not government or civil servants. Their condition, procedures, rules and regulations of work are prescribed under the provision of that act passed. Okay, under that legislature they are stating clearly what all are the rules and regulations for their employees. Then last one, it is government company. A government company is registered and governed by the provisions of Indian Companies Act, and they are established for purely business purpose and in true spirit to compete with companies in the private sector. That is the government company. Here a government company means a company in which not less than 51%, not less than 51% of capital is paid up capital is held by the central government or state government, or partly by central and state government, one or more state government. Okay, so what all are the features of government company? What features of government company can be discussed here? That is, the government company is incorporated under, it is subject to Indian Companies Act, Indian Companies Act 2013. Then the government company has a separate legal existence. It can buy and sell property and enter into contract in its own name, and these are exempted from the accounting and audit rules and procedures. But an auditor is appointed by the central government, and an annual report is presented in the parliament or state legislature. Then the government company obtain its funds from government shareholding and can also raise the fund from the capital market. And a company can file suit in court of law against any third party, and the third party can be sued. The employees of the government company are appointed according to the rules and regulations provided under the memorandum and article of association of the company. So these are the main three kinds or the ways in which a public sector enterprises is organized. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share.